Hey everybody, so it's been a few months since I did a video. That's partially because my trip to Seattle was canceled, where I was going to do some steelheading. But I've been doing some night fishing and decided to get into float tubing. This is actually the first time I've ever been float tubing, and I bought this kind of like weird looking pontoon float tube, which ended up being kind of a hassle. In retrospect, I probably should just bought a normal fish cat. Anyways, so I was able to get out and I didn't sink, which is always a win. And essentially this is pretty similar to fishing off the breakwall, which I've done many times in the last few years. But I guess the only difference is you're kicking yourself across the water, which is kind of slow. But still, it's good exercise. So here my buddy DT2, who was showing me how to float tube for the first time, is landing a spotty or a spotted sand bass. Those are I guess the primary fish you'll catch in these harbors. So after saying all that, ironically my first fish was not a spotty, it was a calico bass. Put a pretty good fight on my new 7-weight, which I got on clearance over the holiday season. It's a Winston Air Salt. I like how it casts, so I'll probably take it with me on my Mexico trip this year. Also, I guess I'm pretty rusty in the video game because I turned off my video when I actually had it on already.
Calico. Check it out, not bad.
So I actually went probably close to 2 hours without another fish. I had one bite, but I missed it. And after talking to DT2 a little bit, I think I figured out that I pretty much was just stripping in too fast, and you kind of have to keep your fly close to the bottom, which you see what I'm doing here. So I ended up slowing down my retrieve and kind of using my kicking to move the fly, and I actually got hooked up pretty quickly after I started doing that. So technically this isn't my first spotty. I caught one a few years ago off of a rental boat in the same harbor, but this is my first spotty on a float tube. So one thing I did notice was the spotties, they fought hard initially, but they seemed to like just lock up into this weird flared out shape towards the end. The calico definitely gave me a better fight than I think these two spotties. This one actually wasn't the longest one, but it was fairly fat, and you can see right here it just seemed to just play dead at the end. I couldn't even get a good picture because it went in this lockjaw thing you'll see in the net, and eventually I just gave up and dumped him back in the water from the net. Yeah, I didn't intend to dump him on my float tube. Sorry, spotty. So here, DT2 actually got into a pretty good fight with spotty, which ended up being 17 inches. I think that's his personal best from this harbor, so congratulations.
Oh, nice.
In the end, I ended up with 3 fish, which is perfectly fine with me. I had a ton of fun, and I'll definitely try this again. I'll try to make it out to somewhere with some trout this spring, just because it's been a while since I caught one. And as I mentioned, I have a trip to Mexico coming up in June, so stay tuned for that one. Thanks.